Hello everyone. For this tutorial video, I'd like to explain the most complex of the integral formulas, which is called integration by parts. If we remember what the product rule is for derivatives, we can first integrate both sides. See that on the left-hand side, the integral and the derivative undo each other, and you get simply function 1 times function 2. And we can also split up the right-hand side of the integral into two separate integrals. But unfortunately, you cannot simply get the integral and derivatives in terms of simple functions like you can with the left-hand side, because of the fact you have one function and one derivative under each integral. In order for an integral and derivative to cancel each other out, everything on the integral sign must have the same derivative. So now we get the more conventional integration by parts formula by subtracting the first part of the right-hand side from the left-hand side, and we have our final formula derived for the integral of a product called integration by parts. Note that similar to the substitution rule, you have to be careful about which function you choose for your first function and which function you choose for your second function, so that you do not make the integral more complicated than it has to be. For example, given this integral, we would state that u equals x, and v equals the integral of v to the power of 6x times change in x. So once we compute this integral, we can see its derivative would simply be the function times 6, so the 1 6 cancels out, but also times change in x. So now we plug this in for the formula and get a final number without any integrals in it. Another example is if we were to evaluate this integral, we can see that u equals 3t plus 5, v equals 4 times sine of t over 4. So we take their derivatives and plug this into the integration by parts formula and reduce it so that there are no integrals in anything. Now that we've seen examples of how integration by parts works, we can discuss integrals involving trig functions next, and how to use techniques such as trig identities or use substitution in order to calculate them. Don't forget to subscribe if you found this video informative, and make sure to see other tutorial videos, and follow me on either Facebook or Twitter for more content.